Hi there, YouTube. All right, we're not doing the whole mistake deal. There are no accidents. Everything's meant to happen as it's supposed to happen, regardless of how you feel about it. It just is what it is. And not to quote Donald Trump. So, just a bit of an introduction. My name is Zennanyah. You know Manley, Zennanyah H.Y. Manley, and I am a double major in mechanical engineering and theoretical physics. And I'm a major thinker, as probably many of you can tell already. Doing the double major in heavier courses, but at the same time, I just wanted to talk because I'm a major talker and I'm a major thinker too. I'm a doer too, but I do a lot of talking and thinking. And there's been a lot of things on my mind, I guess, and I would like to share that with people. You guys can be like me, whatever. All opinions are are worth hearing out. Some are worth taking with a grain of salt. But as long as you listen and take what you need and take what you don't need, it's all worth the information because hey, you never know. Sometimes that useful information becomes pretty useful, or useless information becomes really useful, down the future. So let's get on with it. I have a lot to talk about. Um, I guess I can talk about politics. I can talk about science. I can talk about math. I can talk about nature, philosophy, physics, or that's part of science. But there's a bunch of different things I can talk about. But one of the things that's been mostly concerning me has been just like what's been happening in the world. And the thing is, a lot of people have like conspiracy theories. Um, there's news reporting what news reporters do, or news reports. There's news reporting what what major companies, people with money and influence want us to hear. They because you got to think about these stories. I've had talks with journalists, and it's just all like most of these stories are all the same. They're reporting around the same thing. They're giving opinion, sure, but at the same time, it's just all like the editor gets told by, his higher ups or her higher ups, it's whichever, I don't care. The editor gets told by the higher ups to cover a certain story and to cover a certain story a specific way, or to exclude certain stories or to accept certain stories. It's just all like that's why I really do like the Young Turks. Um, on YouTube, giving them a shout out. I don't mean any kind of ad thing, or I'm not using them like that, but definitely I'll give them a shout out because I've been watching them for a long time. I've always really appreciated that they're opinionated and they state that, they're just all like, we have our opinions, we'll state how we feel about it, but we're also going to give you the facts and we're also going to give you the sources. And you don't really get that from a lot of major newscasters. Some of them will do it because they really know that they have an online audience that really likes to fact check. Like CNN started this whole fact checking deal because of everything that's been going on. And but let's really start and talk about what's happening systemically in America. We talk about racism, we talk about police brutality, but nobody's really talking. Why is this not a conversation about the justice system or about the private prison industry? Because it's just like you got to realize, it's like taxpayers' money used to go into building prisons, used to go into running prisons, and then states, didn't want to spend the money on prisons. They'd rather put the money somewhere else. And that allocation of revenue is really important. It's really important to observe, and it's really important to analyze. And as citizens of the country who pay tax, the main source of the revenue of at a local level and at a federal level, we really need to actually look at who we're giving the money to and what they're spending it on. This is our livelihood that they're taking from us. I went for the maximum tax return, tax allowance or tax takeout for my check. I don't mind doing that because I do feel as though, I'm giving back to the country, and not just that too. It's good for tax returns. Um, but at the same time, and this is a long video, it's really hard to keep it short. And I know a lot of people don't want to watch a super long video about a guy talking about nothing, but there's going to be plenty of stuff to talk about. But that's my introduction, and I'd really want to talk about systemic problems that are happening in the country. These problems are all connected. It's not just racism. It's not blatantly just racism. Racism is just a scapegoat to not talk about the real problem. So now, I mean, we have the Black Lives Matter movement going on right now during this pandemic. Um, but yeah, let's go ahead, and I will go ahead and start recording my second video and upload that. All right, so that's it for the introduction. And let's see in the next video how things go. But I'm gonna try to post these just like little kind of journal things, I guess, but not just for me. I'll be sharing with other people, but not everything, because some thoughts I'll keep to myself until it's time to publish. All right, see you next video.